actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to try to prove it.
He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do, a real kept it solid, kept it overly real, you feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole.
Thug situation. All right, so look at this.
Right now, Young Thug is getting accused of snitching. Yeah, they saying Young Thug out of all people out here telling, which is wild because for years and years, even when he was in prison, he was dogging Gunna for snitching. Gunna took that Alfred plea. Thug was like, oh, he telling and he ran with it. But right now, the whole internet kind of going against Young Thug because some interrogation footage dropped the Thug, chatting it up with 12, telling him, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Promises, make promises. Anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
And so this footage came out. Now the internet and everybody really got something to say about Thug right now. And people were waiting for Thug to come out and respond. And as y'all gonna see in this video, the way he treating this situation is not it. This probably the worst look for Thug because honestly, since he got out of prison, he ain't been on the best run. Every time Thug pop out in the news, it's never for, oh, you know, he dropped some hard music or he did this. It's always because he embarrassing himself or he disses somebody who ain't had no reason to be dissed. But let's go back a few months. Thug first got out, he finally free. After years, people was thinking, you know, Thug was about to come out, he was gonna be in that mode. I'm talking about straight dropping good music or at least the EP song, sir.
This situation is basically one of that situation, as they say, pride comes before a fall, or when you point at a finger at somebody, the other fingers are pointing at you. At least that's what it looks like. You feel me?
Thug got free and kind of put his career on the back burner and took the antics full force. Thug got out almost a full year ago, and the only thing we done got from him is a single and a couple features, but we still ain't got no project, we still ain't got no real album release date, none of that. A couple months ago, he was teasing this You Watch Scuddy project. He teased it. He was like, it's coming soon, it's coming June. It never came. So to this day, still no At the Prison Young Thug project. Then, you know, we compare it to his #1 enemy right now, the nigga arch nemesis Gunna. Gunna on the run of a century. Gunna came out of prison. He dropped the album. He dropped the smash hit. Gunna changed the whole perception around his name because the music he was putting out was that good. But we can't say the same for Young Thug. Gunna done followed up good album after good album for years since he done got out of prison. Thug ain't even been out a full year yet, and all we've seen is controversy, no music. People really not liking the music that he done put out. Damn. It's not looking too hot for Young Thug.
Not right now, at least.
But like I said, Thug gets out, and instead of focusing on good music in his career, he would really get to pushing it with the internet every chance he got. And I mean, even after he got free, he was still throwing shots at Gunna, calling him a rat, basically every chance he got. XXL wrote this back in November last year. This was a month after Thug got free. On Saturday, November 9th, Thug went to X, formerly known as Twitter, to let off a tweet that may come as a surprise to some rap fans who thought everything was cool between Thug and Gunna. As part of Thug's plea deal to get out of jail on probation last week, Brian Steele asked the judge to allow the two rappers to work together, which was granted. A tweet would get sent out that said, Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you. Then he would delete the comment, but before Young Thug could delete it, this is what fans would say. Fans started to respond what he had to say. There was a mixed reaction based on what happened in court last week and those who still believe Gunna is a snitch for taking his own plea deal in the YSL RICO. So some people was like, Gunna a rat. Some people was like, Young Thug, why is you still on this? But remember, Thug got out of jail, but he was on probation.
Bruh, by the standards of the streets, all of everybody, like, bruh, that shit don't even matter at this point no more. Nobody follows the old rules. Even the old rules didn't matter to the people that created it, bruh. The La Cosa Nostra or whatever it is, the old mafia or even whatever. People been snitching since they created that rule, bro. Just being real. And I say you should be that person, but like, I don't know why people were stressing out. Currently now, people don't care. The killers are the snitches. Or the snitches are the killers, whatever it is.
Probation. He was on real strict probation. They was telling him to really watch what he say. But low key, I think Twitter and social media as a whole is gonna be Young Thug's downfall. And what I mean by that is you're gonna see him diss these people. You're gonna see him diss Gunna. And even when he was dissing Gunna, people felt the way about that. People was like, maybe this is not the smartest decision after you just came out and got put on this strict ass probation, knowing you gotta watch what you say. So for you to keep dissing this man, It don't seem
He
like a
don't
good
care,
idea.
bro.
Then to make it all worse, back when young Scooter died, rest in peace, they was trying to take Thug freedom away because Scooter passed, right? And instead of young Thug, not saying anything or just getting online and be like, rest in peace, he started talking about the DA. He started talking about the people that was actually working his case. And when 12 seen that, they was trying to get his probation took. The Variety wrote this. Young Thug has been accused of violating the terms of his probation as Georgia prosecutors are seeking to revoke it over his social media activity. Prosecutors filed a motion to revoke his probation on Wednesday, claiming that Thug violated it with posts on social media. The filing states that he tweeted an image of an investigator with the Atlanta Police Department who was involved in his trial, accompanied by the caption, "The biggest liar in the DA office." In doing so, prosecutors assert that he demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law, the safety of witnesses, and the integrity of judicial proceedings. So, Thug got out. He on his probation. Like I said, I keep saying it, but this nigga knew he had to watch what he say. Yet he would get on Twitter time and time again saying this about this person or saying that about the next person. But for him to talk about the Atlanta Police Department, an investigator with the Atlanta Police Department, was a crazy decision. And they was really trying to take his freedom away over this. So when I get to what's going on today and yesterday, you gonna be like, damn. Why is Young Thug even still tweeting? This is the worst decision he could be making. But them tweets ain't just...
Bro, bro's not lying, bro. Shout out to Get Like Prince, bro. Real shit.
And with Atlanta Police Department, the internet was not messing with Young Thug over some of these tweets he was sending out. So a couple months ago, what was this, June or maybe the end of May, Kid Cudi had some problems with Diddy come up. Well, they was old problems. If y'all don't know, years ago, early 2010s, Kid Cudi was dating Cassie, the one that's involved with Diddy. So they messing around. Diddy found out. Diddy was like, man, I'm not with that. So he would get mad. He went and dead ass blew up Kid Cudi's car. Now this was all them years ago.
That was crazy
Kid
too.
Cudi's probably thinking, man, this ain't even ever gonna come up again until Diddy went on trial again. Diddy in trial. Y'all know the whole situation going on. And they was calling up witnesses. And one person that needed to be called to that stand was that boy Kid Cudi. So he goes to the stand, he say what he needed to do, and he get up out of there. That was that until Young Thug would get on Twitter embarrassing himself once again. Cudi went to court, Thug get on Twitter talking about, damn, Cudi a rat. Which I don't understand why he trying to put these street principles on the Kid Cudi when y'all know Kid Cudi don't really present himself like that. Kid Cudi not no street nigga. Kid Cudi has never portrayed himself to be a part of these street
true,
or allow these street rules to apply to him. So
that's the thing now, bro. The rule is, because hip hop is so popular, mainstream, the culture is is bleeding into everything, just being generalized. Everybody just associating everybody by the same rule, and mind you, the rules that don't even exist, that don't matter no more. Which it's just a whole, it's just a joke. The whole thing is just it's a lame joke.
For Thug to tweet this out, he got hella backlash. It was a big part of the internet really looking at Thug like you are a grown man still tweeting stuff like this. You just beat a Rico and you still tweeting stuff like this. So really over this past year, Thug done been pushing against the snitching agenda. I mean, he been publicly hating rats for years, every chance he got. Like I said, he would basically be on that all rats must die time. And that was cool and all up until these past few days. Now, Thug right now is really looking like the biggest hypocrite in hip hop. 10-year-old footage randomly popped up online of Thug speaking to 12, and it wasn't an, oh, F y'all, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing. It was a lot of chatter.
This my from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This was in Atlanta, and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the f? That was so weird. They all shot at to us. Honestly, I don't know who the f is. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. They know Roscoe? Man, that man scrub. That fool. I'm like,
and when it's touched online, the whole internet, the whole world was on his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of asked for it, especially with the way he done carried himself since he done got free. What did he tweet a couple months ago? He got on Twitter talking about, if you a rat, you might as well make some gospel music, and people been trolling that man. Go on Twitter right now. All you gonna see is Young Thug gospel memes. They got that nigga in the church. They got him on the church glass. Like, Thug is getting trolled right now. So much so that Hip Hop DX will write this. Young Thug is facing tons of backlash on social media. Been recirculating alleged leaked audio of a 2-hour interrogation in which he appears to name drop Pee Wee Roscoe. According to Thugger Daily Twitter account, the audio originally surfaced 2 years ago, and that account also pointed out that DJ Academics reshared the video at the time. Fans been having a field day with the drama. Many of them brought up the ongoing beef with Gunna. Young Thug ratted and he went so hard on Gunna despite him not doing anything against him. Another person said, so he ain't mad at Gunna no more. He can't be after this. So Thug came out and he name dropped.
That's the thing about, so I say, when you point a finger like this, the other ones is right here. You feel me? Same shit. Like, that's why I always react from a point of empathy. That's my whole brand about positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be on Almighty Bruh or it be on Bruh Talk or, you know, or whichever my other channels it be. Real shit.
Pee Wee Roscoe. So Roscoe did 10 years behind Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up back all them years ago. And that footage of Young Thug, you know, talking to the interrogators, kind of got people feeling like Young Thug was the reason that this man got 10 years because he name dropped him, said he did this, said he did that. And, you know, people was thinking he was about to get online mad, talking crazy about Thug, saying this, saying that, but he would get online and defend Thug. He was like, man, Thug ain't no rat, Thug solid.
Yeah, I seen that.
It
Shit's
was like,
crazy.
this nigga brainwashed. Did Thug pay in the bag? Is YSL throwing that
People
bag
would
over
say
to him
that.
from
It's
the business
crazy.
side?
Politicking, man. Jeff, clean as Listerine, man. Clean as Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in the interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed. What the f is wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do. A real kept it solid, kept it overly real. You feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So shit, I don't. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR, now y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all the damn thing. And we're gonna go and put it on the table. Yeah, man. He said my name, you already told him. Yo, Roscoe wouldn't do nothing like that. Yo, Roscoe sell him weed. Roscoe, yada yada. Nah, man. Come on, man. He ain't never put me on the scene or no crime or attachment to no crime.
He just said what bruh said. Roscoe selling weed. So he's saying that statement is not part of the issue because it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm guessing that's what he's trying to say. It's like, bruh, it's just a regular thing. Everybody know I sell weed. I got locked up. I'm guessing that's what he's trying to say. People saying, bruh, for him even just saying that, even though it's general information, he helping the cops type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the idea. You help. You know what I mean? That's what people are saying. You feel me? Now, for me, in general, I feel like, hey, bro, there must be more information that, you know, more detail that we don't know about. You know what I mean? This is just this little instance, and the niggas known themselves for a long time. So, if he's saying he cool, hey, but doesn't mean that him being cool with it, you know, abolishes the whole situation. You know what I mean? Because, you know,
he helped me. That could have costed him.
but at the same time, who are we, the public, to judge him on how he do shit? But that's the whole gangster shit is about other people's opinion. You being gangster is not about you. You know, like being gangster is about other people feeling you gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy thing about being quote unquote gangster or real or tough or hood. Other people have to feel that about you. It's not about what you. And that's my whole thing about that. All that shit don't matter, bruh. Just this shit's out.
So come on, man, y'all got to be crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, nigga. A rap is that shit like, now, like, you see what's going on. You can't buy me. You can't pay me. Come on, man. I'm just like this Infinity. Third eye open, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well connected, overly respected. My mama couldn't do that shit behind. You feel what I'm saying? You know how good it feel, nigga? They say I told, I stole, I rolled. You feel what I'm saying? They said everything about P. You know what I'm saying? I turned them over to a G. Come on, man. No, selective politics, what y'all doing? Why 6ix9ine ain't no good? Y'all hanging with Ghana.
They got that hood talk, that pimp talk.
In the game, you feel what I'm saying?
Slick
roll
talk,
and told,
slick
ain't got
talk.
on the stand with on demand. Yeah, that ain't. Come on, bro. I'm looking at the internet every day. Y'all let a nigga get on the stand and say he tricked him. Ain't nothing tricking about that, man. Come on, man. I love you, Jeffrey. You kept it overly real. Out of 30, man, only one I can look in the eye, cause you know about law. You my only co-defendant, man. Come on, man. We still here with no tear, man. Made it through the storm without a bruise. Now I see the world is totally confused.
The Thug would respond back to all this footage saying this. They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Rat where? Wasn't just Young Thug responding to this though. YSL Mondo, co-founder of YSL, would get online, not defending that nigga but calling him a rat, saying that people was brainwashed, saying that Thug is snake.
I just beat a Rico. Come home, still talking about nigga rat. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass, bro. Cause you supposed to been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a RICO and came home and minded your business and been home. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. But that ain't the key. Brainwashed people. He still got more bit talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers talking about his AI and did that and the third. And, oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12, bust out and say these words. If y'all talking about a nigga like Gunner ratted from saying yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying they said Roscoe shot the bus up, and then Roscoe did 10 years behind, and you just got on the internet tomorrow didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all need daddy figures, and y'all sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe a nigga put me on. Maybe a nigga I can get rich. I'm not studying the internet, but I'm just letting y'all know how brainwashed and weird the world and the internet is. Y'all, Roscoe, you the worstest. Twin, you worse than the rat itself. You did 10.
See, I get his thing. If you gonna say for someone just admitting to it that's telling that you gotta, I get that, but that doesn't necessarily, you know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily mean, yeah, what I mean. Well, my whole thing is it's just like beauty. Like I be saying, like, well, beauty is personal, bro. Like, and that's the thing with this whole snitching, writing, all this thing, street code. It's still personal, bro. You think it's as general as it is in the sense of like how someone interprets your shit is what matters to them, bro. Like it's so crazy, fool. Like it's wild. Like, nigga, you could be the realest nigga, bro, but if another nigga just feels like you walked a certain way that was off, and his opinion now matters more than how you feel about yourself in the streets. This shit is crazy, bro.
10 years twin behind shit, Roscoe. You did 10 years behind me, brother. And you just come on the internet and say a nigga didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times?
And so after Thug got all of this backlash, he would get on Twitter trying to defend himself. But it ain't go well with the internet. Every time he would say something, the fans would just clown him. The internet would just clown him. And he would get on Twitter and say this. This motion got filed because the detective lied and said I made a statement in the back of a police car. Stupid, that would never happen. And then he would post the paperwork along with the tweet. The paperwork would say this. Based on information and belief, the prosecution and some of its witnesses, included but not limited to Detective Quinn, may wrongly stated that Jeffrey Williams was in the back of the police car at some point and gave information on the murder case. Same.
Yes, they had said that bro was, you know, when he was younger, he had told type shit. Like he was chilling in the back of the car talking. I don't know if it's this audio, but there was type shit as well.
It's untrue. However, same also places Young Thug character an issue by being in a locked police car and having information on a murder case. So Thug would tweet this out. But this is where other people in the industry will, you know, step in. Rollo, another Atlanta rapper, will apply to Young Thug saying this. Well, bitch, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off. I wasn't right. So now you're going to have to go through what me and Gunna went through. And we waiting on that gospel album too, twin. And Thug will respond back to this in probably the worst way he could have. He basically said, I snitched and I'm sorry. Thug would say, see, the difference between me and you is one of your friends said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to try to prove a point to detectives that we wasn't beefing with them. See the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fonda you would take the stand on me and Lucci, in our case, to get out of jail. But what? Thug really embarrassed himself right now.
Bruh, nah, bruh, that has to be the funniest shit, bruh. That gotta be, yo, that has to be one of the funniest shits, bruh. That's crazy, bruh. Oh my God. Brother said, I made a mistake. You feel me? Mine was a mistake. You feel me?
What do you mean you made an honest mistake saying that you sold Lil Wayne some Zop? And
what do you
the
mean?
response to this tweet, it got Young Thug in hell right now. Every tweet is saying, oh, so Young Thug admitting he ratted. Niggas saying Young Thug a rat. They making rat memes. You know the pit with Young Thug reaching over Lil Durk? Them they turned that nigga to a rat. They cooking him right now. So, in other words, Thug did all this dissing Gunna, dissing rats just to basically admit he told, and then it was a quote-unquote honest mistake. And it was everybody weighing in on this situation.
Man, I ain't gonna cap with y'all, man. Listen, I'm having a absolute blast. Now, here's the thing. I'm a civilian. And I think rappers don't realize that most civilians don't care about snitching. We really don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, Yo, I listen to King Von. I listen to Killers. I don't want to kill people, and I don't care about killers. I don't even like killers. I don't like criminals, but I listen to the music. I'm watching the street right now. They're going through hell. Yo, everybody, they're having crisis management teams trying to figure out. Yo, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. Yo, who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? It's a snitch off. This is great. Yo, I love when streets have to prove themselves to us. Because we watching like, we really don't care, but sure, crash out. Go ahead. We'll just keep watching.
Hey, listen, I'm finna slaughter Young Thug. I got the Anton Daniels tonight. I got Big Bank Saturday. I got Say Cheese TV tomorrow. I'm finna go on a run with this real. Thanks for that alley hoop, Thug. Thanks for that alley hoop, young. I'm finna go on a run. Say, I'm coming down court behind the back. I'm finna go on a run, baby. Ooh. Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, Say Cheese TV is looking at all these old videos. I told y'all, Young Thug.
That's crazy.
I'm always willing to bet with any rapper. If they keep Young Thug ass locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too.
Damn.
They keep him 6 more months.
But that was before the video came out before. Like the video was of a thing he said before. Though I don't think it's new. I think it's old. Like before he got locked up.
Locked up in them conditions like that there, he'll tell to get out of jail too. He about ready to break.
Listen, I have destroyed the hip hop community. I have single-handedly.
This nigga is just.
Me and Lil Woody, when I Woody did, I started first. I have single-handedly destroyed the hip hop community. You can't deny that.
Bruh.
You have the right to remain silent. The street niggas I used to watch before, they say, I don't want to talk to no motherfucking police. Fuck you talking about. Take me back. You gonna bring it. First thing they tell you before you sit down is, you do know you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have a right to attorney. You have a right to have an attorney present. We don't talk to police. Man, we're willing. I'm finna call Scarface. Scarface got a whole song talking about we don't talk to police. I thought
this man is a character, bro.
And you mad at Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape. And everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all. Hip hop is fake. They pick and choose. Oh, come on over here, Young Thug. Turn in your jersey, Young Thug, and come on over here and sit down with the tattletale nigga. You didn't take the stand.
That's crazy.
Tattletale. Come on over here. Come.
You didn't take the stand, but you told. You didn't take the stand, but you told. Tattletale. That's crazy. Damn, man.
Gonna tell at some point when they get in trouble with the law. You can't beat the Lizzo. You cannot beat the Lizzo. I know I can't beat him, so I know. I learned that.
This man's his delivery is bad. But his message.
But the situation's still going on, and it's getting more updates like every hour. And I don't know what it is about Young Thug, but he really has been this controversy machine since he done got out of prison. And it's not like, oh, he a controversy machine, but he feeding the streets. Thug ain't feeding the streets. He's only been feeding niggas controversy. He's only been giving people more reasons to not like him as a person. Young Thug is a legend. That nigga done had classics on classics. But with the way he's showing himself and the way he's showing his character, people is really looking at Thug interesting. They like, nigga, you is too old to still be acting the way you acting. You a grown ass man and you bringing up rats every sentence. You bringing up Gunna every chance you get. So people is like, what are we talking about? But then Twitter is just making it all worse. And I'm saying this because, like I said before, Thug is sitting here on this strict ass 15-year probation where they probably watching every single thing he's doing, everything he's saying, every move he making. 12 is watching because you know they waiting on this nigga to slip up one time so they can send him back. So for him to get on Twitter and defend himself from snitching allegations, basically admitting that, oh, I lied to the police and I didn't say this and I did that, like they not watching him, like they not waiting for him to slip up just one time so they can send him back to the pen.
See, yeah, that's true. I get your point, but you need to also remember that his job is being a celebrity. And being a celebrity is not just in making music. It's about the way you carry yourself, what they call it, your image. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they work on so much on image. A lot of people have talent, but what makes you a star is the way you carry yourself, your presence when you come in somewhere and stuff like that. And being social media present is a thing too. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's part of the job, realistically, like, you know, and that's part of the thing, your brand, right? So understanding those concepts is what makes you an entrepreneur as opposed to like just a worker. And you know, understanding those concepts with his thing, same shit. You feel me? So yeah, man, like I get it. He definitely shouldn't be talking about. He's a lot of other things he could do, but I guess pride is also a factor in here for sure. You feel me?
Thug got too much money to even be responding to some shit like this. Because me personally, if I was him, I'm not responding to none of this. I'm not calling nobody no rat. I'm not talking about the
Me
DA
too,
on
bro.
Twitter.
Big facts.
I'm not even responding to people calling me a rat. Because now I got too much money for that. Let's say I was Thug and I did rat. I'm still not going to respond because
I wouldn't even be in the situation if I was him. But they just assume I was. Hell no, bro. Like, bro, I'm out of the way. I'm not coming out and talk. I'm done.
I like my freedom. And then it's like Thug done seen firsthand that they tried to take away his freedom over some tweets, yet he gonna get on here and do all this crime talk on Twitter and all this rat talk. This is a terrible move. Then on top of that, what? All this rat allegations coming out, 21 Savage done following him. The fans just looking at him sideways. What's next for Thug? I don't really know, but this is a real bad look, and I'm gonna need this nigga to lock in before one of these tweets get him sent back. What do y'all thought?
All right, my thought about this situation, bro, if I'm being completely 100, bro, it's quite simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this whole situation, bro, it's just, bro, come on, bro, Young Thug, bro, like, it be like, double standards are a thing that people love to do, you feel me? People love double standards, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I said my whole brand is built on empathy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? If I make a mistake, you can make a mistake. If you get to glory, I can get to glory. If you fuck up, I can fuck up. You know, it's just, that's why we don't point fingers. We react and, you know, you feel me? Empathy, bruh. You know, laugh jokes, crack jokes, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's all love. But, yeah, you know, this whole thing was pride come before fall, man. You feel me? But I don't know, you know. Bruh, still bruh, you know what I mean? I'm not about to jump on the bandwagon and be old, you know, it's just, bro, times have changed. Think you need to change with times. So being a snitch, there's no exact definition these days. It's kind of very broad, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's left to a personal interpretation and stuff like that, bro, like, and then you come out, you know what I mean? And then having that, you know, knowing that you have that, you know what I mean? That's why it's got to be all love, bro, you feel me? Like, always gotta be love. That's your boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. So empathy, man. You gotta think of other people like yourself, bro. We make mistakes. You know what I mean? All that good stuff, bro. You know, you feel me? And this situation for me, I just think that, yeah, you know, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? But I definitely believe that, you know, bro still got a career, still doing this thing, and you know, if you know, he can definitely come out. Humility takes place. He can do his thing. You feel me? Like, he just gotta get humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is just part of the process, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. So, well, we're gonna see how it plays out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how it plays out.
Almighty push.
Person when no person of the person say them tell her. If that person show you person no get shelter. Ignore all the persons cause them lessons no be help her. He get certain persons with it knock her up.